Hello and welcome to this module where we are now going to talk about entering the formulas for calculating our income, total expenditure, as well as the balance carried forward. In Excel, you can enter any formula which you can write on a piece of paper. So let's take a simple formula like open bracket 2 times 5, then minus open bracket 4 times 2, then we divide this by 2. So using the normal rules of mathematics, BODMAS, we first evaluate what is inside the brackets. So it becomes 10 minus 4 times 2 becomes 8. So minus 8, and we still have the divided by 2. Press enter, and then next we do the division. So now we divide 8 divided by 2. And next line will now be 10 minus, the answer for 8 divided by 2 is now 4. So it now becomes 10 minus 4. And then the final answer of 10 minus 4 is 6. So this is the long method that you'd use on paper to evaluate this equation. But in Excel, we start the formula with an equal sign. So every time you put an equal sign, then Excel knows that you are entering a formula. So we say equal to open bracket 2 times 5 close bracket, then minus open bracket 4 times 2 close bracket, then divided by 2. So on the formula in Excel, it doesn't recognize this times. It only recognizes that asterisk or star. So here I mixed these two up, but otherwise in Excel you must only have the asterisk or the star for times. So if I press enter, we should get the same answer that we got here. And here we are with the same answer. So if I click here and go to the formula bar, you will see that the formula bar is giving us exactly the formula that we typed. So this is the reason why we call it formula bar, because it shows the actual contents that were entered into the cell. So next, we need to put a formula on the total income and total expenditure and balance carried forward. There are two methods I'm going to show you for entering a formula to add cells. The first one is the long addition, where you say this plus that plus that plus that. So we put the cursor where we want the answer to be, and then we start with equal sign, and then we could type in the address for this cell. The reason why we must type in the address is because we do not want to add 10,000 plus 1,500 plus 500. We want to add the contents of this cell plus that cell plus that cell, so that whenever it changes, the answer will also change. Because if you simply say equal to 10,000 plus 1,500 plus 500, that answer is going to be fixed to 12,000. Even if you come and change things here, this will not change, because this is fixed to equal to 10,000 plus 1,500 plus 500. But we want it to say equal to whatever is here plus whatever is there plus whatever is there. So if you know the cell address, like in this case it's D11 plus D12 plus D13, so you can actually type it equal to D11 plus D12 plus D13, and you press enter. However, you don't have to type it in manually like that. You can use your mouse and you say equal to, then you just click on the cell and you type the plus sign. You click on the next cell, type the plus sign, and click on the last cell and press enter. Then you have got the total of these three. But however, this method is too long if we have got many numbers, because we cannot say equal to D11 plus D12 plus D13 plus D14 until we get to D50. So we need an easier method, which we are going to use here, where we say give us the sum of all these numbers. So instead of telling it the numbers one by one, we just tell it the first one and the last one. So in other words, we are saying give us the sum from here up to there. So we use a function called sum, which we get on the home tab, and it is this sum function. You click on it, it will check on the left, right, bottom, top for numbers. Now it has found numbers on top, so it highlights those numbers because it assumes those are the ones that you want to add. You can see the way it puts the formula equal to sum, then open bracket. So it's like sum of D17 colon D22. So it's sum of D17 to D22. D17 here up to D22. So we press enter, we get the answer, 9,550. So if you know how the formula is written, you don't have to click there. You simply say equal to sum, open bracket, D17 colon 4 2, then D22, close bracket, press enter, and you get the same result. So in the same way, the cell is displaying the answer, but the formula bar is showing you the actual formula. Then lastly, we need to put the formula for the balance carried forward. So the balance carried forward is now saying how much money do we have remaining at the end of the month. Let's put a figure up here on balance brought forward. In other words, how much money do we have at the beginning of January. So this would be the money that we came with from December. Whatever was in the bank on the 31st of December now becomes the opening balance on the 1st of January. So for us to get the money remaining at the end of January, we need a formula that says equal to what we started with, balance brought forward, plus the total income that we earned, then we subtract the total expenses. So it's equal to balance brought forward plus total income minus total expenses, and this gives us the balance carried forward. So we started with 600 and 12,000. It became 12,600 minus 9,550. We end with $3,050. So this completes our monthly income and expenditure budget. So I would like you to play around with these figures and formulas, and also enter the formulas to complete your document, and always make sure to save so that you do not lose any data should anything happen to your computer. In the next module, I'm going to show you how to print your worksheet. So I will see you in the next lesson.